Okay, pretty much done. There's my router table. So, mounted the router underneath. I had to drill new holes through the base plate because the threaded holes that were in it were some like M4 by 0.75 thread or something. I don't know, that's what they were when I stuck a tap in there. That was the only one that fit. So anyway, M4 by 7 or 0.7 is what like Lowe's and Ace Hardware and everybody stocks. So 0.75 is like some European thread that nobody has in the US. So drill new holes, use a little bit bigger hardware. I had to put new holes in the table though, which kind of sucks, but whatever. And then I chamfered the opening there, so that works good. And then you can make like, you know, minute adjustments on the router to go up and down. It's a pretty decent setup. And then to get it out, you just pull this lever like this, and the whole router just comes straight down. And then I put it in that plunge base for doing stuff outside of the table. Then I cut this 3/4 slot in it so I could use my pusher from the workbench, or from the table saw. So that fits in there like that, which I think will come in handy. And then I got my pivoting guide on this side, or I don't know what you call it, a fence or whatever. So you can go all the way about there and still be able to clamp it. Or I guess it hits the vise at that point, but that's pretty wide. You know, I don't know what that is, maybe 10 inches or something between the bit and the board. So I figured that was big enough. And then you can come all the way across, still be able to clamp it anywhere along here. And then like that. Oh, and this board, I got it, it's a piece of like hickory hardwood floor. I found it up in that garage. So I just cut it right, rounded the edges off so it's nice and smooth. And then I put a piece of all thread through it like that. And then I got a hole in the workbench right here. And then that hole is obviously, it's right on this 2x4 support that goes underneath. So it's right in the 2x4. And I got, I'll focus here. You can't hardly see it, but I got like a brass collet that I drove down in the hole that's just big enough to clear the all thread. And then I just sank it a little bit below the surface there, so it shouldn't wear out. The board slips right down in there with no play or anything. Man, this phone is terrible. It's got sawdust all over it. There we go. So anyway, that's it. I think I'm done. Well, other than I severely made the table weaker by cutting this deep slot in it. But I'm just going to go underneath and put a couple more boards up under to reinforce it, but I don't have any scrap 2x2 or anything laying around, so that'll be another day. But it works pretty good though. The table works awesome. Be able to have this big table to work on. I think that's about it though.